That Michael movie was fucking terrible. I'd rather watch the one with Flex Washington. Cause that shit was ass.
I don't know if I'm being dramatic or if I'm being innocent, but that movie was so fucking cold. Oh my god. I'm about to run into people. I'm a crybaby sometimes, but look, nah, that shit was crazy. They did Mike so wrong.
Janet Jackson been said the movie was bad, but her family said she was hating. Now fans leaving the movie theaters crying, not because they're happy, but because they feel like Michael got done wrong. They felt like they was watching a strong-faced Jermane Jackson biopic. We're about to get into this news, but before we do, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I encourage y'all to go see the movie, but it's sounding like it's gonna be on Tubi real soon.
It was very simple, they was following the timeline, y'all. It's not nothing we haven't seen before. They could have kept that shit. No funny. And I'm a Michael Jackson fan, and we fell asleep. And I think that Jafar looked like him, but he really looked like his father. He looked just like Jermaine. And the motherfucker, I feel like it's worse than, I guess, but
It's not worth it.
it's worse than if you like Michael Jackson. Like, I'm not mad I seen it, but if I knew it was gonna be like that, I probably would have waited. Just watched it on one of my little Chinese websites in the house. Cause y'all, it was like, now I see why Janet didn't want nothing to do with this film.
Let me tell you the four pillars of the movie. Michael was abused. Michael was in a group with his brothers.
Okay.
Michael got burned in the top of his head from doing a tour with Don King that he didn't want to do with his dad. And finally, number 4 is his story continues. That's the movie.
That was the movie.
I swear to God, I'm not capping. That was the movie.
Are you saying people are going to be pissed off when they see this?
People should not pay their hard U.S. tax dollars to go to this film.
They should wait until it's streaming.
When this comes out on Netflix, that's when you press play if you're bored and it's raining outside.
It sounds like they turned Michael's whole legacy into a money grab. Now I see why he made that song talking about just leave me alone. Nobody asked for this movie in the first place. A lot of people been trying to detox Michael from their minds. Looking at the trailer, it looked like they trying to turn him into a Disney character, like that man didn't have issues. One thing for sure, this movie did not sit right with Janet.
A family fractured over the new Michael Jackson biopic? And a war of words between Janet and Jermaine?
That's what I hear.
Only E.T. was at the world premiere of Michael in Berlin on Friday, which attracted fans from 68 different countries, and family who is seriously impressed by Jafar's transformation into his pop icon uncle.
I couldn't believe it. I got so emotional because he became Michael on that screen.
Despite it all, the entire family got together for a screening last month, which, according to reports, resulted in a heated exchange between Janet and her brother Jermaine, who's also Jafar's dad. An eyewitness tells Page 6 Janet had something negative to say about almost every scene.
That Michael movie was so bad, and I'm gonna blame Jermaine Jackson. The movie lacked depth. It told us nothing new that we didn't already know, that we haven't already gotten from any of these other Michael movies and documentaries. I felt like I saw Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson for a total of 20 minutes in the movie, just spread out in small increments. All Nia Long did was eat ice cream and popcorn every time I saw her on the screen. Then we just had long recreated videos and recreations of his most iconic moments. The movie lacked substance, and it really just felt like it skipped ahead and we missed so many important pieces. Like, they didn't dive into the fact that Michael was really adamant about Thriller, his album, being a visual album, and that the label and no one supported that idea. He had to be the one to push forward the idea of releasing all of those visuals for his album. They glossed over how close him and Berry Gordy was and how Joe Jackson felt some type of way about their relationship. They also glossed over how manifestation and affirmations were important to Michael. Like, they touched on it, like they showed the Post-it notes that he put on his mirror, and they showed him saying like affirmations in the studio, but they glossed over everything. Everything was done so quickly. Like, it was showed like the year 1981, and we have like a 6-minute scene, and next thing you know, we're in 1983. Like, how are we jumping so fast, so far in ahead? It's ridiculous. They gave you sprinkles of his vitiligo diagnosis, but they never really got into it. They glossed over the nose jobs. They tried to push the whole Neverland Peter Pan thing, but it just fell flat. I think for the budget and the cast that they had, they could have given us a well-made movie, and they didn't. Because who cast D.R. Cole as Don King? I stand with Janet on this. It was trash. They could have kept it, and I'm gonna blame Jermane Jackson and his hairstylist. I'm just leaving the movie theater from seeing Michael, and I don't care what nobody says. That movie was really, really good. That movie highlighted Michael Jackson in such a good way, and we all know how big Michael Jackson was, but for the people who weren't really alive in his heyday, I feel like that made it connect a little bit more. I seen it all in bits and pieces, but it really highlighted how big Michael was, and for a good reason. I feel his nephew, by the way, I think is his nephew, Jaafar, he did an amazing job. It made me buy into that this was really Michael I was looking at. Like, I think they did really good with portraying him. I feel like, yes, there was a lot of things that was left out, and rightfully so. His family has a lot to do with this movie, so of course they're not going to pull out every skeleton, and I feel like it's enough information circulating around that is somewhat of the downfall of his name. But Michael was too big. Like, they couldn't drown Michael. They tried to, but they couldn't, because he was just that guy. And I just feel like this movie highlighted how misunderstood Michael Jackson was. He was different.
If you like biopics like Ray, the James Brown movie, or Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It, this is not that kind of movie. I give Michael a 4 out of 10, and here's why. I did not learn anything new about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson loves his animals, he loves his music, he loves his family. I already knew that. I also did not like how many side characters were introduced but not given actual dialogue between them and Michael to show us their influence on Michael. And the writing was so flat, y'all. It was so flat. Jaafar became Michael Jackson. Like, there was times when I was like, my God, the resemblance is uncanny. Shout out to the makeup team, shout out to the CGI, whoever did that, y'all did fantastic. But he literally didn't have anywhere to go. He had nowhere to go in the writing. I know Michael had breakdowns. I know Michael had hard times. Like, why was that not shown enough?
I encourage y'all to go see the movie for yourselves. Don't go based off of what somebody else had to say. Something might be wrong with you and you really like the movie. It might help you with your ADHD. To me, Michael is so much of a weird character. I don't want my imagination to go nowhere near Neverland. He might just be the reason why we got so many weird brothers out here today.
Hold on. Hold on. They're coming. They're coming, baby. They're coming.
Let's discuss the Michael movie. I left the cinema so underwhelmed yesterday. First things first, I have to say big up Jafar, because I actually think he did a really good job portraying his uncle. But as a Michael fan, since I was knee-high, I can understand why the critics are saying it's a whitewash film. It was most definitely a film that was made with that eye open for the international market. Very palatable, marketable across different regions of the world. But then the issue with that is you're left with a really watered down, rushed version of Michael's life with tons of loopholes and inaccuracies throughout the plot. I was watching certain scenes getting pissed off knowing this isn't the order in which certain things happened, which to me is a shock when his family and his estate were so heavily involved in the production of this film. But ultimately, I think if you want to hear the music, enjoy hearing Michael's hits on the big screen, you'll be entertained. The music was definitely the best part of the film for me. But in terms of the script, the editing, the sequencing, I think overall as a movie, it just misses the mark.
You know what, y'all? I made up my mind. I'm going to go ahead and see the movie because a lot of times the bad movies are more entertaining than good movies sometimes. Now, hear me out. Y'all all seen the movie that was so bad to where you couldn't stop laughing. You keep on rewinding certain parts just to see how bad it is. Seeing him with all that makeup on, that strong Jermane Jackson face, and thinking about what Janet had to say about them scenes. I want to go see it now, strictly for the laughter, for the entertainment. Bad movies are good. Sometimes bad movies become cult classics, and this movie sounds like it had the potential to be a cult classic. Matter of fact, let me get my stuff together. Where my keys at? I'm about to go see this movie right now, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I think about it. I encourage y'all to go do the same thing. It wouldn't be the first time you've seen a bad movie. Hey, one more thing before I go.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want, but if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T.